All right, let's get this recording going. All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Pure Insanity webinar. This is Diane Hochman, Ed Elliott, and Kathy Heath seems to be calling back in or doing something as we speak. Guys, do me a favor. Go in the chat. Give me a shout out. Let me know that you can hear us. Raise your hand. Stomp and holler. I am going to show you some secrets tonight. They're going to freak you out. I feel like it's like WWF wrestling, Edward. We're ready to rumble. We're going to freak you out. All right, hey, Angela Haredell, they're raising their hand. Good. Armando está aquí. Everybody, come on, guys, raise your hand, say hi, give me a shout, make me feel welcome. I get nervous.
Can you hear me now?
Sorta. Speak louder.
I'm louder.
There you go.
There you are.
There you go. Hi, Mel. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Nancy.
Yeah, I dialed back in.
I like people figured out that if you click the button to raise your hand on and off, you can wave. I never noticed that before. I like that. Ricky, what's up? Cheryl, Stephanie, Stevie P, and Stasha. Well, I want to call her Stasha P, but she's Stasha M. So hello, newlyweds. Timoteo Hill, what's going on? Housel, let's bring Housel over here. She's supposed to be learning junk. Let's bring her over here. Let's see. Make her queen.
Oh, let's teach her.
Yeah, we're going to make Housel queen, Housel for the day. Tracy.
There you go.
Wait, let's unmute her. Unmute her. Tracy.
Technical goblins got me.
What did you say? The technical goblins?
Technical goblins got me.
Oh, you remember on Bugs Bunny he used to have, what was the little, it was like a World War II thing, the little gremlins, the technical gremlins.
Yeah.
They get you every time. All right, good. Well, everybody, welcome. Gosh, we have Australia on the line, too, I see. Ursh, what's going on, baby? Happy New Year. Happy New Year to all of you. I haven't talked to you guys since the New Year. I have a presentation tonight that I have never done before. I've talked around it. I've danced around it. Little tap dance, right, Kathy? Little soft shoe around it.
Yep.
I have teased about it, but you know what? Tonight, for 2012, I thought let's get down to nitty-gritty. I am tired. I am so tired of watching people struggle, and I am going to show you tonight how you're going to, I said in my promotion, and by the way, I'll introduce myself in a minute. Some of you guys don't know me. You're here because someone invited you, and you think I'm a crazy ranting woman, and you would be correct.
Correct.
Most certainly.
Yes, most certainly. I said in my promotion for tonight's webinar, I said it's pure insanity. You're either going to go berserk excited or you're going to be sick to your stomach when you see tonight's webinar. And by the way, it's not too late to go get your friends and tell them to come on down. It's not too late to go on Facebook right now and send out the registration link and invite some people and tell them to come on down. We still have some room in here. But I'm going to show you the real deal. I'm going to pull back the curtain, and I'm going to show you the secret. I'm going to show you how I've been in business for 12 years, turned a profit every single month, and, have been able to be. Now, it's not fair, and I'm always, people know I like to be really straight up. I've been full-time, but that's not fair because I had a husband working full-time with a great job. So we're always realistic. When we talk here, when I talk with you, I'm always realistic, and I always give you facts, and I want you to think like business people, and I also want you to think, especially if you have kids and so on and houses and mortgages, I want you to think like family people. And one of the things I don't like about the industry is a lot of times people are encouraging you to do stupid stuff that puts you in risk, especially in the economy the way it is right now. I'm not going to show you anything that puts you in risk. When I said I'm going to show you how to go full-time, I really am, but let me give you the disclaimer. Don't be doing nothing stupid. Okay? How's that for a disclaimer, Kathy? You think the FTC will like that? There you go. FTC, that's my disclaimer. Don't be doing nothing stupid. Okay? Everything I show you tonight is a projection. There is no guarantee. I'm not pitching you anything tonight. I'm going to show you a tool that you could use, but I'm not pitching you a big thing. I am not making income projections. I'm showing you a theoretical example of what is possible. So for anybody that's listening, there is no promise of income. You may or may not make income, and there is no promise of it. And let's get down to it. So first of all, if we haven't met before, this is me. Don't I look cute? This is my blog, DianeHochman.com. I've been in the industry for 12 years. I started because we were, how's this? I started because we were broke. We were broke. We had no money. And I got invited to an opportunity meeting, and I thought, you know what, maybe I could do this. I could lose a few pounds. I can make some money. And my goal was to make like $200, $500 extra so that, you know, we could pay off our debt. We were over $40,000 in credit card debt, and that's not including all kinds of other debt that we had. And it was kind of an ugly scene. So I was looking for a solution. And that was 12 years ago. I started October 1999, which is aging me, Kathy. I'm going to have to stop telling the story.
No, that's fine.
And I was sick.
You'll always be younger than me. Look at it that way.
Well, there you go. There you go. Ed, I think I'm always going to be older than you, though, so you may not be allowed around. Tracy, I'm older than you, so I don't know. I don't know. Who here? Okay, I'm going to put down all the hands. Wait a minute. Yes, I'm getting down to business, guys. I always got to have fun. I'm like a dog. I got to circle like 6 times before I find my spot. So just give me a minute. Let me circle. This is the circling part, okay? I need 7 minutes to circle. By a show of hands, guys, if you know how to raise your hands in the webinar room, we got a great crowd here tonight. Wow, I'm talking fast, Kathy. I must be from New York or something.
Or something.
By a show of hands, please put up your hand if you dare to. If you're over 40 and you're proud of it, please raise your hand. And I just want to get a vibe for the crowd. They're not raising their hands. I think they're just chickens. All right.
Yeah, they are. Some of them are.
Well, some of them are raising their hands, and I know they're not over 40 because I see people that I know are not over 40. And if you are over 40 and you're raising, you know, some of you guys, if you're over 40, Sarah Green, if you don't call me, I'm coming to Florida or California, wherever you are, and I'm coming to get you, and I'm going to tickle you silly. I love you, and you better get a hold of me. I've been trying to reach you. Hey, Cynthia, what's going on? Cookie Puss, good to see you. All right, good. So, Duke Romke, you should be over 40. I think you got to grow up, young man. Ernesto, ¿cómo estás? ¿Qué tal? Feliz año nuevo. Okay, good. So I'm looking. Helen, you know you're over 21. Come on, raise your hand. All right, let me put them down. All right. So, you know, for me, I had to be so real when I got into this, guys. I had to be, Jacob, I adore you. You're tall and good looking, and you write nice things on my Facebook wall. I'm not flirting with him. I'm old and married, but he's tall and good looking, and he's a nice boy. So anyway, yes, I have ADHD. Relax, I'm still circling. Got about 2 more circles and I'll be good. I had to be dead serious when I started my business because I didn't have money to play with. I didn't have time to waste. We were really struggling to pay our bills. The bill collectors were calling, etc. And we were really struggling to pay our mortgage. I mean, I'm just being straight up how it was. So I didn't have time to fool around. And very early on, I started studying business, and I got through learning about MLM, and there's some great books on it. If you need help with that, let me know. I can refer you to some of the great books. I'll put a blog post up. I'm on a kick with content right now. I'm doing a lot of content. If you're not subscribed over at my site, definitely do, because I'm sending out, I mean, there's some great, just the last couple of days, I'm plugging myself, Kathy. It's my webinar. I guess I can.
Yeah, you are.
I'll plug other people in a minute, though. How to turn a profit in your business every month. These are just the last couple ones. I have like 20 more of them on the way. How to build a home business that lasts forever, which sounds cheesy, but there's great tips in there. How to balance your MLM and affiliate marketing. People get confused about that. We're going to cover that tonight. And so on. I have a whole bunch of videos. I ask people to ask me questions, and I've been answering them. And if you have a question or something that you want me to cover at some point, great way to reach me is, whoops, can y'all see my screen, Kath?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good. Facebook.com/Diane Hochman training. Y'all guys can write something here too, because I'll tell you the truth. Kathy will check the chat box and the questions, so it's really hard for me to see. And mess around with that. So if you have any questions, you can even type them in here, facebook.com/Diane Hochman training, and I can cover those at the end. So let's get to business. When I started to look at business, I got involved in an MLM. It was awesome. And luckily, this particular company had a lot of retail products, and there were a lot of things that I could sell to make money right away. Because here's the deal. Hadley, hey man, good to see you here. I'm honored. Wonderful to see you here. I started to realize that if I didn't make cash flow every week, I wasn't going to be able to stay alive very long. Okay. I was using these products. I was actually on them for health benefits and health reasons. And I wanted to continue using them. And I also wanted to, I needed to make money. So I started to study businesses in general, not just MLM businesses and online. Well, they really weren't. I mean, online existed in 99, but it certainly wasn't like it is today. But I started to study businesses like Barnes & Noble and Home Depot and Starbucks, stuff like that. And I started to notice trends, and I started to notice and learn a lot of stuff. And I am proud to say I am not someone who, you know, a lot of people, they'll tell you their story. My story is I was fat and I was broke and I figured it out, and I've been around for 12 years and I have a clue about what I'm doing, okay? I'm not the biggest earner in the industry. I'm not the slickest, fastest recruiter in the industry. I'm not the best looking, but I'm close.
Yeah, you are.
Stop it. I'm not. I won't tell you who is, but I do have a couple of favorites out there. And a couple of rising favorites that they might replace. They might become my favorite, best-looking people in the industry. I'm not the smartest in the industry, but if there's one thing I've been is, and I can't say I've been the most because I don't know. I haven't surveyed everybody, but I've been exceptionally consistent, and I have always turned a profit. Now, you hear a lot of stories about people that I made $4 gazillion and then the bottom fell out and then everything collapsed and I lost my house and we had to live in a trailer and, you know, and my wife and I huddled together at night and I cried and I said, honey, I'm going to bring us back. You know, I didn't have that story, okay? They're great stories, but I never lost it all because I didn't have nothing to lose in the first place. And when I started to make money, I paid off my debt right away. So there were several years where the money was coming in, and it wasn't big money, guys. I'm just straight up. But it was good money, wasn't big money, and I paid off the debt. And then after I paid off the debt, I built up a bank account to have that safety net, and then I moved into paying down the mortgage and so on and so forth. So I've been just kind of a sensible girl. Why? I don't know. My mother brought me up that way. I didn't run out and buy a Mercedes. We have one. But I didn't run out and buy a Mercedes or this or that. I kind of just made sure my family was safe. And I'm actually so afraid of having that situation again because it's so horrible to have those bill collectors calling and all that stuff, that I was more concerned with protecting us than anything else. So I'm not the flashiest. You're not going to see me, you know, carrying $700 handbags and junk like that. You'll still see me. I just bought 3 sweaters in Walmart today, Kat. It's pretty.
Did you?
Yeah. I don't really like them, though, and I'm probably going to return them, but I don't know. They were a good deal. So anyway, I'm going to show you what I figured out, and I'm going to show you how you can go full-time. And I'm going to show you that most people are not seeing what is right in front of them. So first of all, if you would, guys, as you go along, please feel free to write some stuff. There we go, Jacob, my buddy. And by the way, if you write something here, I'll probably say something nice about you and promote you. And Tim knows I'm ready to get going. So excellent, excellent, excellent. So I'm going to bring up a PowerPoint. Let's see if I remember how to do it. I kind of sort of do. I never remember. Slideshow from the beginning. Here we go. And I hate when I bring up PowerPoints when I'm doing a webinar because I can't see what's going on with certain things. But Kathy, you'll tell me if I do anything weird. Okay?
Okay. That's a cute picture.
Oh, that was taken, Rob Ford took it for me at Newmiss University, and it looks like I'm up to something.
It does. I love it.
It looks like I'm up to trouble, so it's a new picture I've been using. When I first saw it, I was like, ooh, she looks like she's causing trouble. Guys, for those of you that haven't really hung out with me before, my nickname is the Digital Dingbat. I am an internet marketer who could barely use my computer. So if I destroy something, mess something up, please don't judge me, okay? I try not to judge you guys, although once in a while I do, I admit it. But I try not to. Please don't judge me. I'm going to show you something that's really profound, but there's a good chance that I'm going to hit a wrong button. But based upon my track record, I think you should cut me a break, okay? Cut me a break on this. So there's a little picture. So we're going to go through the secret to going full-time. Now, I'm going to give another disclaimer. I am pretty outspoken. I say it like it is, and I say it how I figured it out. Are there dozens of other ways to do this? Absolutely. May the people that are your trainers and teachers disagree with me. They very well might. Is this the right way? No, not necessarily. This is the way I did it and the way I do it. Is it worth watching and then making a good business decision about whether or not this suits you or helps you? Yes. Can you take part of this and leave the rest? Yes. Can you take the concept and not get any of the, I'm going to show you a couple things later on that might help you. Do you have to get anything? No, I could care less if you do. Can you just take the concepts and apply them to your business? Yes. When I first did this, I did this strictly with the products from my company. My company had a big product line. I did it strictly with their products. I'm going to show you how to do this with things that are out in the marketplace right now, but it's an example. So please be clear. This is just an example. Use your mind and learn how to do what works for you. By the way, I did this with a lot of concepts, like when I originally learned what a funded proposal is, and all that is advertising and selling something into a market that the people are looking for, and then getting them to buy the product so you can expose them to what you want to sell them, usually a residual program. When I learned about that concept, the person who taught me it was selling books and tapes and information products. I didn't know anything about information products, so I sold one of the products from my company and created a system. His concept, my products. So there you go. By the way, if you guys have questions and stuff, what you're going to do is you can put them on the Facebook page. And if Tracy, if you can monitor the Facebook page, that would be helpful. And Kathy can look in the Q&A on the webinar, or Edward or whoever. Those of you that are over here with me, you know you have permission if something's important to stop my rant and you know, if something needs to be answered right away. And you know, let's try to keep the questions within the spectrum of what I'm talking about. Okay? So here we go, if my thing will work. Okay. You need lots of income from lots of sources. Okay. You need lots of income from lots of sources. So if you follow what I'm going to show you, see, a lot of people sit and they look at a pay plan and they think, I need 10 million people. You know, I need this much volume, and it's the auto ship is $50 or $100 or whatever, so I'm going to need 4 gazillion people to make decent money, to go full time, and to be able to do what I want to do. And it's very daunting and it's very overwhelming. And let's face it, most of us, I'm a good marketer and I'm a good speaker. I'm not necessarily the greatest recruiter, and I'm not a good closer. Okay, yet I close millions of dollars in sales. But if I were to sit with you right now and do a presentation with you, generally, and those of you that know me well, you know, like you'll talk to me, you'll call me up about consulting or my protege program or something. We'll get on the phone and then I'll let you off the phone without getting your money. And it's hysterical. I get off the phone and they go, I did it again. The only thing, the good news is I do it so well and I help people so much that they generally come back and hire me anyway. So, but I'm not a good closer. So I'm showing you the technique on how to make good money if you don't have those skills yet. Should you get those skills? Yeah. Do I work on them every day? Yeah. You know, and I'm in 12 years, so because the better you can close, the more money you can make. But I'm showing you the wimpy plan. So you only need a few people to make the money. You don't need a downline. You always hear people saying, I have a downline of 22,000 people. That's great, but I can make just as much money as you. It's just a handful of people, so I like this. So watch this. This is magic. And no, I will not be promoting an MLM on this call. You're in a program already, most of you. You don't need a program. If you need a program, get back to me or whoever invited you and ask what we have. But I'm not here to talk to you about a program. So if you think I am, I'm not. Okay. And by the way, I've been doing this since the very beginning. This is my secret. And this is also the secret to why people are just like, they'll say to me, you're so confident, you don't chase anyone, you don't care about this or that. You're going to see in a minute why. Does this turn any of you guys on? I feel so lonely, Kathy. I hate when I can't talk to them.
Oh, I know.
I'll have to talk to you guys. Does this intrigue you at least?
Oh my gosh, I'm on the edge of my chair.
Oh, you're so full of crap. You're just being a good co-hostess.
No, I really
Tracy, you haven't been around as long. Tracy, does this intrigue you at all?
To the next slide.
Okay.
I'm waiting.
She's like, Tracy's going to slap me in a minute. Tracy's going to go, move it on, move along, move along. Okay. First of all, I want to explain to you, in the real world, and some of you guys have heard this before, this is not the point of the webinar. You go in the supermarket, okay? You go in the supermarket. Most of you guys have been in a supermarket before. You go in the supermarket, and what do they know about the people? What do we know about people that go in a supermarket? Generally, what are they looking for?
Whatever.
Pantyhose?
Maybe.
Nah, but generally,
Diapers?
most people, if they're looking, what are they generally looking for when they go to the supermarket?
Food.
Food, thank you. Easy answer, right? They go to the supermarket and they know, the supermarket knows that their target market is people that are looking for food. So the supermarket has aisles lined up with every kind of food under the sun. They got fruits and veggies, and they have vegetarian stuff, and they have, you know, Kathy knows I'd like to call it the Eatos aisle. Eatos, Fritos,
Yes,
Doritos,
right.
Tostitos, anything with an Eato. And of course from the Eatos is always the soda, you know. So they know, you know, like video gaming junkies that are 22 are going to the Eatos aisle. Yoga moms are going to the produce aisle. But in the end, they sell everything under the sun. They know their target market is people that want food. And then they also carry a few things that are, you know, extra things like pantyhose, you know, because sometimes you're in the supermarket and you really could use pantyhose and you don't want to go to the pantyhose store. So they sell that too. That's why they call it supermarket, the pantyhose store. That's $1 million idea, Kathy. Okay. So everybody comes in, everybody pokes around, they throw junk in their cart, and then where does everybody go on the way out? See, this is the thing that's cool about the supermarket. You can come in and get whatever you want. Nobody's twisting your arm. Nobody's trying to shove nothing down your throat and convince you to buy this particular patented nutraceutical that was founded by Dr. Miller on the island of Akiaki. And, you know, nobody's trying to shove nothing down your throat. You just walk down the aisle, pick up what you want, throw it in your cart, and then where do you go on the way out? Everybody?
The checkout.
Checkout.
The cash register. And what do? They take your money.
Take your money.
Okay, they take your money, okay? That's the supermarket. We all know this. We all love this. Most of us do this on a weekly basis. If you're Kathy Heath, you go to 72 supermarkets in a week, and sometimes you drag Chuck by the ear and make him go too. So I heard her supermarket trials and tribulations the other day. So supermarket lesson. There's different supermarkets for different reasons and different times, right, Kathy?
That's exactly
By the way,
right.
if you live in Connecticut, don't go to ShopRite on Tuesdays. I'll tell you later why. Anyway, okay. So
The same reason you don't go to Kroger's on Wednesday.
you probably the same reason. Anyway.
Yep.
So you're like, okay, I get it, Diane. I've gone to the supermarket. I get it. That's great. Show me the money. Show me, how do I go full time? How do I make enough? Now, the average person, I know you all want to make $10,000 a month, not $9,000, not $11,000. You all want to make $10,000 a month and only $10,000 a month. Everybody asks, what's your income goal? $10,000. How about $9,950? No, $10,000. Okay. And why is that? I just like $10,000. So I know you all want to make $10,000, and I'll ultimately show you how you can. But the average person, now you may be an executive, a doctor, a lawyer, an Indian chief, and you're not the average person. But the average person could go full-time on $5,000 a month. Okay? It's not your goal. It's not what you want. But the point is, if you could be full-time, then you wouldn't have that conflict going on in your head of, you know, job and family and business and that conflict. You'd actually be able to focus, and then you could exponentially grow your income. By the way, the old saying in MLM, and I don't know who coined it, is MLM is the hardest way on the earth to make $1,000, and the hardest way on earth to make an extra 1,000, and the easiest way on earth to make an extra 1,000,000. I don't know if you guys buy that, but I believe that, okay? Mm-hmm. What happens is you have to learn some skills so that you can make the first 1,000. If you can get to 5,000 a month, you can get to $50,000 a month. I promise you can, because it's just what we call in business scaling. It's just scaling. So you have to get over the hump, and we're not here to talk about pie in the sky. I hate pie in the sky ridiculous goals. I hate when people, I had somebody who shall remain nameless, who's probably on the line tonight, telling me that their goal was $40,000 by July. And I'm like, have you ever made $40,000 a month in your life? No, but that's my goal. What is that based upon? That's what you make at this level in the company. Okay, how many people you got now, and what do you got going on now? Nothing. But you're going to make $40,000 a month by July. Okay. When you do that to yourself, when you create goals that you cannot achieve because you have no plan, no structure. I mean, Edward ran a huge, big business. He launched, and, Edward was a visionary and launched this incredible company. Ed, can you imagine you had a vision and you saw something long before? Ed was like a visionary in the LCD space out there before anybody had ever heard of what an LCD panel is. And, like we all have the TVs now. He and his partners saw this vision of where it was going. But can you imagine if they just decided, we're going to build a gazillion-dollar corporation and we're just going to do it? And then every day they got together and they cheered and they went, let's do it. Come on, guys, let's do it. Okay, let's get pizza. Okay, let's do it. There would be no plan. There's no structure. It's insanity. And I hate that about this industry, because insanity will drive you insane. Because what happens is you get January, I'm jacked, I'm doing it this year, and you set a plan. And when you don't set a plan, you set a goal. Kathy, you know how I feel about goals. You set this ridiculous goal, and then 2 months goes by, and 3 months goes by, and 4 months go by, and your brain knows that you lied to it because you're nowhere near the goal. And you destroy your self-confidence. You destroy yourself, and each time you try to get going again, it becomes harder and harder and harder. And I know there are people on the line tonight that are experiencing this. It's January and you're trying to crank yourself up again, but you've done it so many times your brain doesn't believe what your lips are saying. I'm going to show you tonight how to get your brain to believe what your lips are saying, how to go from modest to fabulous, and how to get yourself to believe that this is happening so that you can increase it exponentially. Basically, we're creating a vicious cycle of success. So if you're sticking your nose up at $5,000, you are so foolish. I wanted 500. Now I laugh. I send out emails, and in an hour, I make thousands of dollars. Again, not an income claim. I can prove it, though. But, guys, I'm not saying that you're going to learn how to do this in a week. I'm very skilled. But I send out emails. I'll sit and write an email. I'll send it out. And many of you guys are customers of mine, so you know what I'm talking about. And within an hour and a half, I'll make $2,000. Now, somebody else would go, well, I want $20,000. You know what? When's the last time you made $2,000 in an hour and a half? I think it's heaven. It's pennies from heaven. So, okay, I've ranted. It was pretty good. So what you need is a buffet of products. You need to set up your own supermarket. Because what happens at the supermarket is people walk in and they want to buy what they want to buy. Most people stand, can you imagine standing at the door of Walmart and going, buy socks. You need socks today. Socks. Socks are good. Socks. We have socks. They would think you're insane. You go in Walmart and you want to walk around and you want to buy different stuff. So your customers, your target market, they want to buy different stuff. And here's what's cool. Kathy, what's your favorite supermarket?
My favorite is
which one do you spend the bulk of your money at?
No, Aldi.
Okay. So you spend the bulk of your money at Aldi. By the way, for those of you that don't know, Aldi's, however we like to say it, that's the supermarket that I mopped floors in to make an extra $100 a week to keep my business running back in the day. You guys don't know that. I mop floors to keep my business alive and to keep this dream alive. Educated woman, skilled woman. I was mopping floors at night. So why do you spend the bulk of your money there, Kathy?
They have the products that I like, and they're at a good price.
Yep. So good price, good products, friendly staff, right? I know that we've talked about it, that the staff there is
Oh, my
great.
gosh. Tom and Lindsay are the best.
Right. So you know the people in the store. You know the store like the back of your hand. You can get in and out of there in a couple minutes, and you spend the bulk of your your grocery money there. Guys, that's what people do with the products that they buy in this industry. What they do is they shop around and they go in all the little stores, and then they pick a store that they like best, and they tend to buy all their affiliate products and all their marketing products and all the things that they buy. They tend to buy them from their favorite store. Now, occasionally they go down to another store, but this is how I figured this out, because I became the store of Diane Hochman. And what I did was I had on a smile and I served the people and I helped them out and I answered their questions. And now I have tons of people that are faithful to me that buy all their stuff from me. And if I were to glance down who's on this webinar tonight, many of you have either been a customer of mine and bought a lot of stuff, or you're a customer of Edward's or Tracy's or Kathy's or Melissa's. I'm going to shout out also different people that you might have been invited here by tonight. But these people, Edward Elliott, may have become your favorite store for marketing materials. And Edward and Kathy, how many times have you called me up and said, I keep getting money?
Yeah.
Lately, especially.
Another check today. Another surprise check today.
And I keep getting money. I didn't know they owed me any money. I keep getting money. So watch this, guys. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the plan. By the way, let me open this up. By a show of hands, let me make sure all the hands are down. How many of you own the book Magnetic Sponsoring? Raise your hand if you own a physical copy or a digital copy of Magnetic Sponsoring. Kathy, what I want you to do is look down the people that are raising their hands and just give me a ballpark idea of what percentage of the people are raising their hand. Okay. Now, Magnetic Sponsoring is flagship book in this industry. I would say that anybody that gets online and investigates network marketing is going to end up buying this book sooner or later. I'd say that 70 to 80% of people that investigate network marketing online are going to buy this book. They have to buy it from someone. Kathy, you got a ballpark figure there?
Yeah, it's actually surprising me. Only about a third of them have actually had the book.
Yeah, but that's because a bunch of them are probably not paying attention, and what they're doing is they're playing on Facebook and they're on the webinar too, because they're waiting to see if I say anything that's going to make them rich. So,
okay.
So I would say that they're doing 6 things at once, because that's what we do, because we can't sit still and learn. I would say that if I were to push people against the wall and say, do you own Magnetic Sponsoring, at least 50% of the people that are on this webinar own it. So if you opened up your supermarket and you started selling Magnetic Sponsoring, which I've sold for years, you make $20 per book. If you started marketing and getting your machine going and doing all the things you need to do to get traffic, etc., which I'll talk about later, and you sold 10 a month, you'd make $200 a month that month and every month. You know, if you made a goal that I'm going to sell 10 of these books. By the way, how hard is it to sell 10 Magnetic Sponsoring books? If you got some action going on, not very hard.
Not very hard, no.
Yeah. So $200 in income. Guys, what I want you to do is I'm going to tally this up for you later, but you might even want to keep a running tally for those of you that are mathematical and analytical. So you sell 10 Magnetic Sponsorings. Why is this yelling at me, saying things to me? 10 Magnetic Sponsorings. $200, okay? $200, ka-ching, cash in your pocket, okay? Now, Todd Falcone, love the boy. I have incriminating video of Todd Falcone. I'll let you guys know. I'm willing to sell it for a price. I might put it on eBay someday. Todd Falcone, okay? If you sell his products, by the way, everybody ends up buying. They run into Todd sooner or later. If you are in this industry, you're going to see him at a convention. You're going to see him at your company event. You're going to see him online. You're going to hear him on a webinar. You're going to find Todd Falcone. And again, I would be willing to bet that 30 to 50% of the people on this line have given Todd Falcone money. So if Todd Falcone is standing there going, give me money, I would like to be in the middle, and I would like to collect some of it. So if I sell any of Todd's stuff, or if you do, you make $14 to $29 per product. So if you sell 10 things during the month, I think he has some higher ticket stuff too. But if you sell 10 of his things during the month, and if you're targeting people in the industry, by the way, who do you guys want to recruit into your program? People who have a clue, right? So isn't it smart to look for people that are already in the industry or investigating the industry? Of course it is. Or would you like to get Sally down the street who doesn't know what network marketing is, and you have to sit for 6 weeks trying to explain it to her? You know, you can, but my preference is people that, you know what an auto ship is and so on. So with Todd, you can make $140 to $290 a month. By the way, if you sell 10, can you sell 20? Of course you can. People like me, do we sell lots of them? Of course we do. But I'm talking modestly. You got your marketing going. And by the way, some of you guys are starting to think, well, how could I possibly sell 10 Magnetic Sponsoring and 10 Todd Falcone things? I'm not plugging Falcone here. I'm just using an example. But I should plug Falcone. He's awesome. So
yes, he is.
They're not separate businesses. It's a supermarket. How does the supermarket sell 10 Doritos and 10 milks? They're not making a separate effort. Do you guys get that? They're not making a separate effort. It's one effort, and the people walk in. When they walk in, they see the different stuff, and they pick what they want. Now, am I saying that everybody's going to buy magnetic sponsoring this week? No. But do I think that everybody's going to buy magnetic sponsoring sooner or later? Yes. Do I think that most people are going to end up buying a Falcone piece of material sooner or later? Yes. Check this out. Article marketing tool. Everybody starts article marketing. People like to they think they want to do article marketing because I don't have to talk to anybody. If I do article marketing, I don't have to talk to anybody. So they buy this article marketing tool. You make $40 a clip. Sell 10 of them, $400. Ka-ching! There we go. It's ringing again. Are you making a separate effort or you have a whole different campaign? No, it's the same thing. It's a supermarket. You push them in your front door. They see all the cool stuff. They pick what they want. Everybody wants to do article marketing because they think they're going to get rich. I don't have to talk to people. The big guys do article marketing. Tweet adder. It's like a little tweety cool thing, right? $25 to $90 per sale. Where do I find these things? I'll show you where I found a bunch of these. I'll tell you where I find them all the time. Kathy, do I sell a lot of stuff?
Oh, my gosh, yes.
Do I come up with things all the time that I sell and everybody goes, where'd you find that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. $25 to $90 per sale times 10 sales a month. Is it easy to sell this thing? Yeah, because everybody who starts out also wants to use Twitter. I only have to type 140 characters. I only have to type a sentence and I'm going to get rich. So everybody buys this. By the way, is it evil to sell people things they want to buy?
No.
Well, thank you, Kathy. No, they're going to buy it anyway. Okay,
That's right.
$250 to $900 extra a month for the Twitter thing, Twitter thing. Okay, hosting. Everybody goes, I need a blog. I talked to someone today. They might be on the phone. They're like, I need a blog. And if you're going to get a blog, what do you need? Hosting.
Hosting.
So I only made this one 5 sales because I figured that a lot of people already have some hosting. So I'm not saying 10 sales, but it's $50 a sale with several of the biggest hosting things. It's a one-time bang. They give you $50. So that's $250 a month coming in from selling hosting. By the way, is hosting a natural sale? It's so natural. They go, I need a blog. I go, great. Here you go. First you need hosting, and I show them where I can sell them directions to set up a blog, or I sell them the service that gives them the blog. So if somebody wants a blog, there's money to be made. Autoresponder. How many people on the line have an autoresponder? Almost all of you. Now, guys, by the way, I don't know how to back up. I don't remember. Oh, look, there's just a button. These are one-time hits, the ones I've been showing you. One-time hits. You make a sale, you make money. Okay? One time. Now I'm going to show you how girls like Diane have lots of residual checks. Lots of them. Lots. Did I mention I have lots of residual checks? Yeah, okay. Autoresponder. Everybody who sets up a blog or sets up any internet stuff gets an autoresponder. Autoresponder, $6 a person every single month. If you have 100 people that you accumulate over time, by the way, if you're thinking 100 people's a lot, it's not. If you're consistent, if you get 10 a month, you have 100 in the year. By the way, how many of you guys have had an autoresponder that you've had for years? Paid every single month for it. You pay every single month for that thing. You never cancel an autoresponder. Once you get someone on an autoresponder, and people are like, $6 is nothing. You know what? $6 every month, every single year, as long as they keep it, I'll take it. So you accumulate 100 people. It's $600 monthly forever, you know, as long as they keep it. So that's huge. Now, recruiting system, a lot of people like to buy recruiting systems and tools like that. There's a lot of them out there. I'm going to show you the one that I use. It's $15 per person times 100 people that you're going to accumulate. I have that number of people, no problem. $1,500 a month. And actually, by the time you get to this many people, they give you a raise. So you're really making closer to $2,500 a month. Okay, but I'm being modest and I'm just trying to keep it real. This really is closer to $2,500 a month. Is anybody getting excited about this money? Let me look over here. I'm going to put all the hands down. Is anybody here starting to see that you can have a supermarket, you can bring people in the front door, you can sell them what they're going to buy anyway? Like, are people going to buy milk and bread and juice this week?
Yep.
Of course they are. So if you set up your supermarket, you bring people in, you treat them great, you keep the store nice, you provide services, content, and things to help them out, you'll become their store of preference. and you start to accumulate this money. Now, I'm going to show you what it all adds up to. I don't know what I'm up to right now, but all I know is I'm up to, Kathy, how much am I up to? The answer is?
A lot.
A lot! Let me see. Let me move this out of the way. I mean, raise your hand if this is like starting to make you go, oh my gosh, why am I not doing this? Hello, I'm a total putz. I could be making a fortune. Boy, I'm seeing some good old friends that I haven't seen in a long time. This is great people.
Diane, there's a lot of excitement going on
Good.
in the Q&A box, too.
Oh, good. I'll take a look. And, guys, write me on Facebook because I'm going to look over there in a few minutes. Now, this one, this is my favorite. Everybody gets blogging, and everybody gets this going on and that going on. And, of course, they create content. They learn how to write an article, and they learn how to make a video. So they want to syndicate or have other people share their stuff. So everybody wants to get into syndication, and it sounds hot and sexy. So everybody buys it. That is $12 or more because if you're on the higher level, it could be as much as $40 a person. 12 times 100 is $1,200 a month. Guys, remember, we're working with a few retail sales every month and only 100 people all told. Can you accumulate people over the course of time? Absolutely. Can you be a hard charger and do this? You could do this in 90 days and be free. You could do it over the course of a year. Same difference. But can you do this? Is this possible? It's so possible it's not even funny. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention, there's also your MLM. All the money I just showed you is made before you recruit a soul into your MLM. You sort through the people, you find out what they need, they tell you they're already in, this program or that program. You don't want to push your program on them and be obnoxious. You show them other things they can buy. And when the time comes and they're frustrated, they're going to have this great relationship with you. You're going to be their store of choice. They're going to join you. So even if you only get 10, 15 people in your MLM because you stink, and by the way, in the beginning, I stank. Okay, even if you only get a handful of people in your MLM, you still have a boatload of money going on because it's always easier to sell the tools and the training than it is the program. Now, people are like, well, I've heard this. Wait until you see this money because you don't understand it. Because if you understood what you're passing up while you're dilly-dallying around, you don't understand it because you're not executing it. I did this in the beginning. I couldn't close on recruiting. I couldn't sign them up for the company. So what I did was I took our array of products and I just made them into a supermarket and I just walked all my customers and customer would come in and they'd buy a bottle of diet pills and I'd start sampling them out all these different things and I had cute little notes and I'd send them some samples of things. The next thing you know, a chick who was on $30 worth of product was now on $150 worth of product and she had her kids on our kid vitamins. And I was taking them, I was exposing and upgrading them and continually putting them on more product. And then their product purchase got big enough because they loved the products. By the way, you have to have good products. But they loved the products. And then it was so easy to go, hey, listen, if you want to buy direct from the company, you could get it wholesale. Let's get you signed up. You're going to get a great discount. You'll just order from them instead of from me. And they'd be like, okay, great, I'm going to get a discount. They'd sign up. And then in a couple weeks, I'd say, hey, listen, your friends are noticing your results. Not even weeks, so soon after. If you want, I'll come over. I'll show a couple people what we have going on. And, of course, you can order it from them and make the profit. Now I built them a downline. Boom. So isn't it really the same here? I said to my gang tonight that work with me in one of our recruiting systems, it's generic. They're in all different MLMs. I said, hey, I'm doing a webinar. You're welcome to invite people. I'm going to mention the people who have some guests here tonight in a minute. And I'm like cool with the fact that they're, if you decide to use one of the tools I show, they're going to get the sale. I'm not going to get the sale. And I'm cool with that. I don't care because we're all like a team working together because what will happen is naturally I'm coming out with a whole line of affiliate products this year. I got all this stuff going on. I got live events going on. Do you think some of the people, if I help my people and they make some money, do you think that they might direct their people to come to more of my stuff and or they might sell my stuff so that they make more money? It's the same concept. It's just like this wonderful cycle of helping people and moving people along. So you got a whole supermarket of resources. You're building a big, everybody goes, how do I build a list? You target a group of people, you share stuff that's relevant to them, and they start to hang out with you. How do I know what to say? How do I know what to do? We teach you that. But you put your MLM, because it takes time and skill to learn to present. You have to work with your upline. You have to learn how to give a presentation. And guys, by the way, I am not espousing not learning the core skills of MLM. If you're in a network marketing company, you need to learn your presentation. You need to know your products. You need to know how your company works. You need to be buddy, buddy, buddy with your upline, okay? You need to get this stuff going on. But you can create enough cash flow and build a list that you can perpetually recruit from when you do this. So check this out. Magnetic books, $200. Falcone books, I averaged it out at $200. It's really more because they tend to, the thing about these marketers that are really smart is like if you buy magnetic sponsoring, they're going to try to upsell you another product. So somebody will come in to buy a $40 product. The next thing you know, they spent $300. Any of you guys experienced that before?
Yeah, that's kind
Kathy,
of nice.
remember when we worked that launch through Magnetic not so long ago? Everybody
Yes.
would go to buy that one little product, and I made more money on that launch than I was like, why am I making so much money? This is weird. It was because they're upsells. So if you put someone into Magnetic, I promise you, they're going to buy something else, and you're going to get paid. If you put someone into Falcone, they're going to buy something else, you're going to get paid. Article marketing tools, $400. Tweet Adder is $500 plus because it depends on the level they buy it at. The hosting's running $250 a month. Autoresponder is $600 monthly. Recruiting systems $2,000 monthly. It's really like $2,500 when you got that many members. Syndication system $1,200 monthly. You're at $5,100 before you've even got your MLM factored in, and depending on what you earn, a lot of you guys have great quick start bonuses in your programs. It depends on your pay plan. You know, my program, one of them has like these great quick start bonuses, so they're quick hits, and then you're building a residual in the back end. So it depends on your program, your pay plan. But can you guys see how quickly and how easily you can be at $10,000? It's the $10,000, Kathy! I'm so excited. Because making, especially if you're in a hot program right now, there's some different programs out there that are really hot. It's fairly easy to get to $3,000 in those programs. $5,100 plus $3,000 plus you keep boosting up your sales skills and so on. You're at $8,000, $9,000, $10,000. Okay. Plus, guys, what you have to understand is in this industry, there's also launches that give you big hits. Like different events. No Excuses is coming up. You can become an affiliate for that event. I spoke there last year. I don't know how many thousands of dollars I made with No Excuses, you know. So there's a launch of a product, Elevation we had, and this and that. So you can get these. If you have this list of people built up and you're their favorite store, they buy their products from you. And when they do, you get these hits of 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. So when it comes down to it, do you think that Diane Hochman, it gets freaky when I start talking about myself in the third person, Kathy. It's a little weird.
Yeah, it does.
It's a little weird. That's you know my friend who taught me to do that. But anyway, do you think that Diane Hochman gives a poop whether one of these streams goes away? And by the way, this is just a sampling. This is just a smidgen of my supermarket. Do you think I give a poopity poop if one of them has a problem? If somebody does something funky, do you think I can get rid of that program right away? Absolutely. If there's something I don't like, they're not shipping right or something, can I get rid of it right away? Yeah. Am I at the mercy of anybody, anywhere, anytime? No.
Nope.
Nope.
If a company goes out, do I care? Not really. I mean, obviously I don't want a company that I recommended to go out. Okay. So, guys, you have to be insane, and I'm going to show you something and we're about done. I'll take a question or whatever. You have to be insane not to want to have a supermarket. You have to be insane to not want to work this way because it's a perpetual funnel of cash and a perpetual pool of people to recruit. And here's why it's magic. The minute you start making some little sales, your brain believes that this is possible. And then you make some more little sales and some more little sales, and the next thing you know, you're making bigger sales and bigger sales and bigger sales, and your prosperity consciousness and your ability to receive money grows and solidifies, and the next thing you know, you're selling $500, $1,000, $2,000 products, making $1,000, $2,000 commissions at a time. You start to learn how to write copy and write letters that bring you in thousands of dollars. People like me and Dagan Smith and Mark Hoverson and so on, we write letters and we can recruit. You know, most people like grind to recruit a handful of people. We'll write a letter and recruit You know, I mean, I don't write like Dagan. I don't have the size of a list, but I can write a letter and recruit 40 people. That's a skill. But I could never gain the skill if I didn't start with selling those $32 bottles of diet pills back in the day and upgrading the person onto the thing that made you not want to snack at night, and that put them on another $23. So now I took them from a $32 customer to a $50-some-odd customer. If you have 100 people purchasing things from you and in your MLM program, you are full-time and making six figures, period. Now, I'm going to stop for a minute, and then I'm going to show you guys something. And I've broken all the cardinal rules of webinars and all this other stuff. I'm going to put the hands down. Please raise your hand if you are just like, oh my gosh, she showed me the money. I'm blown away. I'm doing this tomorrow. There is no way you're going to keep me from doing this. Look, some of them, they're like, it's so cute. I'm watching the hands going up, and then like other people are just like sitting and looking, because I don't think they grasp. Unless they're on Skype, Kathy. They're on Skype, you know, because it's busy.
No, there's people in the Q&A box saying things like, I'm insane, but not anymore. This is hot stuff. Yeah.
This is Ken. I'm going to say your name wrong. Ken Kinstall is my new best friend. I probably said your last name wrong, and if I did, he's my new best friend, and he's going to be my buddy forever. Hey, Larry, how you doing? I'm looking down the list of people here. This is why I have that mojo going on. This is why I can walk away from anything, anyone. This is why I'm just like, cool. This is why I get so excited when I see a launch or this or that. And now here's the pivot. Ready? Are you guys ready for the sales pivot? I always point out when I'm going to make a move on you guys. I'm going to make a move on you guys now. Here's the deal. I learned how to do this by myself, truthfully. I mean, through teachers and stuff like that. And I set up, Steve McConnell, I think, is on the line. He remembers my wave page that we created together and all this stuff back in 2005, 2006. We had all kinds of cockamamie, rigged up, quick link marketing systems. And I've always sold a lot of stuff, okay? I've always had, Kathy's been around long enough to see some of my cockamamie stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm not technical, but I like money, so I would always rig up something to sell something. Yep. And you can, if you look through my stuff, you can see all my cockamamie things. But here's what's cool. I think that's, oh, wait, back. Okay, with as little as 100 people, you can make six figures. I just said that. Launches, wait, I'm going backwards. How do you go forwards? Oh, my gosh. Okay. You can accomplish this in months, not years. I already said that. Okay, so here's what I want to say. You can do it like I did. You can piece it all together. And you can. And by the way, can you find lots more things to sell? Yeah, I sell hundreds of things. They're all over the place. They're just woven throughout all my stuff. Or you can use the system that sets the whole thing up for you. And I'm going to show you. Guys, for those of you, and I'm going to show you something on the inside. First of all, the people who have guests here tonight are Edward Elliott, who's here with me, Tracy Housel, Melissa Bufford, who's an incredible girl, Rachel, my two Rachels, Rachel McGregor and Rachel Henke, Moises Colon, Rebecca Woodhead over in the UK, Armando Arias, and Jared. If there's anybody else who did, it wasn't on the list last time I checked. So I really want to be clear. I'm going to show you something now, and I'm going to show you some links that are mine. If you were invited here by any of these people, I want you to get back with them, okay? I want you to get with them. I want you to, find their link to look at what I'm about to show you. Because I'm going to show you, and some of you guys already use this tool, but I'm going to blow your mind now because you already have it, and you can't buy it from me. Well, you can buy it from me again if you want to come to my secret group. Have two accounts. I'm open. But I'm going to show you. Well, they can. If they want to come to our secret enclave, they can. But they got to be.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy it for me, too.
Yeah, well, yeah, any of us. That's what I mean.
Right.
But I really want to be clear, guys. If you were invited here by any of those people, get back with them. And I'll show you that link again in a minute. But watch this. Watch this, guys. Is this the right place? Well, first of all, this is, Lead System Pro. A lot of people think it's this, it's that, it's this, it's that. What it is it is your supermarket. And it is all set up, and it is threaded for you, and it's training on, I'm not even logged in all the way to show you. It's training on, if you want to learn, people keep going, I need to learn how to drive traffic. And especially when I hear people that own this tell me I need to learn how to drive traffic, it makes me insane because, wait, I'm going to open 2 of these. I'm wondering if I'm going to show them any secret horrible things. Where is it? Here it goes. It has training on everything you've ever wanted to learn. And it is my firm belief that anybody that has this, if they set it up, which half the people don't, but anybody that has this, if they set it up and they pick one of these trainings, just one, and they actually go through it and execute it, they will generate enough leads to execute the plan I just showed you. Period. Last night we were on one of their webinars. The reason why I did a webinar tonight, Kathy, was I was so jacked up last night because I was listening to 3 of the new people.
Oh my gosh.
And you could hear them, and clearly, and this is, and no offense to them because they're awesome. I'm so excited, but they're clearly not the best speakers or the best presenters. They're clearly not like, you know, pros that are all polished up. They're just regular people that followed the training and did this, and they're making money and doing what I'm showing you. So this is what I want to show you because you guys got to grasp this. Look, this is my supermarket. They have all these programs and products to sell your people. It's all threaded. So when somebody opts in, they're taken through a whole series of information, and it's letters and training, and then they go, here's the cool training, and you need to learn about this. And by the way, by magnetic sponsoring. And the link that's in the letter is yours. So all of these products, look, there's 26 of them set up, and then you can set up more of your own. All you have to do is fill in your affiliate link in the appropriate spot. There's a spot when you're setting it up. You go sign up for these things. You come back in. You fill in a blank and set up the system, and boom, you have a magical cash-producing supermarket system that if you could just make 10 sales of a couple of these things a month and get people on the residual ones, and if you really focused, you'd be making the money you want. You'd be free. And by the way, I didn't show you half of these. Okay, I showed you this one. I showed you an autoresponder. I didn't show you black belt recruiting. I didn't show you building on a budget. I didn't show you what's working now, which, by the way, is a monthly residual. Get responses and autoresponder. I didn't talk about GoDaddy, which is domain names and hosting. I did talk about hosting in general. I didn't talk about information blueprint, market samurai. I didn't talk about all of these things, plus I sell dozens and dozens of pay-per-click domination. And what you guys got to understand is this company sells also their own products, which you can make income on. Most of you guys know who these people are. Michelle Pesca-Solido has Social Media Mastery. You can become her affiliate and sell her products. Ray Higdon, how many of you guys like Ray Higdon out there? Hello, would you like to be his affiliate and sell his master sponsoring series? He's sold thousands of them. You could have made 10 of those sales this month. And tribal syndication, this is Jordan and Adam's product, all about using tribal syndication services, traffic gravitators. So they have all these products, and they're always coming out with new ones. So your store is never ending. You can sell thing after thing, and you don't look yucky. Because when you go in the supermarket, it doesn't feel yucky, does it? Does it? Do you sit there and go, I can't believe they have so many things in here. All they do is push stuff on me. Right? Can you imagine that? It's like this Walmart store. They're trying to get me. They're so horrible. You know, it's normal. And this model is normal. And that's why I make so much money, because people don't feel like I'm doing something weird to them. They feel like I'm helping them. It's just comprehensive. It's magnificent. You can do it on your own. Please do. I mean, I did it on my own for years. Or you can learn about this, and then, guys, I'm just real proud to say that, I am, one of the leaders here at MLSP, one of their top affiliates. And it's not because I'm so slick and so fancy, and it's certainly not because I'm an internet and computer whiz, as you've learned tonight. It's because I've built the supermarket, and then when I added MLSP, My Lead System Pro, into my supermarket, I went, hey guys, cool new product. Everybody went and got it. So you set yourself up for continual, massive products, and now people beg me to promote their products. People beg me. I have a guy, he's like, you got to look at it before you leave for your cruise. I'm going on a cruise next week that I won. You got to look at it before you leave. I'm like, I don't know if I have time. Can you imagine somebody's begging you, oh, please make money with us. And you're going, I don't know if I have time. I don't really need the money. I'm busy. I'm going on a cruise. That's what it's like. So let me bring this back up, guys. This is how it works. It's really simple. And I don't care if you get it or not. You're stupid. No, I should say that. That's rude. That was wrong, Kathy. Slap me.
Okay, I will when I see you in 2 days.
There you go. Kathy's going to be on the cruise with me, too. Kathy, by the way, is this the first time you've won a trip, an MLM prize trip?
Yes, as a matter of fact,
incredible?
it is.
It's absolutely incredible.
It's absolutely incredible.
And wouldn't you say a lot of it had to do with learning these techniques and building all of this up? So that, yeah.
I would say that pretty much all of it had to do with learning these techniques, Diane.
There you go.
There I go.
So
it's so true.
Isn't it? Here's the deal.
Yeah.
Guys, if you want to try a 10-day trial and get in here and look at it, it's $10, or a 14-day trial. It's $10. Okay? It's up to you. This is my link, or you go to my blog, dianehochman.com/MLSP, or you can just click on MLSP on my blog, or Attraction Marketing on my blog. If you get in there, but here's what we have for you, okay? Because you can get it from anybody. I mean, a lot of people sell it. And some of you guys are thinking, and I'll take a few questions before we get off. I'm just about done. You can take off if you got another call to go to, run away if you're tired, whatever. But here's the deal. We have a private Facebook group for our members. If you're either my member or with one of the people I mentioned before, Edward, Tracy, Melissa, Rachel, Moises, Rebecca, Rachel, Armando, Jared, or if somebody else invited you here, if you're with one of them, you get to come to our private Facebook group. And what goes on in there, well, I'm not going to tell you. But it's good. I'm in and out of there all the time. Imagine having somebody with my experience at your fingertips. Now, here's the mystery, and those of you guys that know Jim Rohn says when people do weird stuff, it's a mystery. I wouldn't sign up for that class. The bulk of the people that have access to this group and access to us, for whatever reason, they don't really use it. Why? I don't know. Because if you were writing copy, or if you were setting up your systems, or you were selecting products, and you had an expert to ask a question of, that's around pretty much 7 days a week. I mean, I'm not saying I live in there, but if there's a question, I generally answer it from my cell phone or something. Why they don't utilize it, I don't know. But all I know is the field is wide open, and if you've been looking for help. Now, by the way, this is not one-on-one coaching. This is not, you're not you want to talk about joining an MLM and stuff, get with me. We'll talk. But that's not what this is. But this is a team. You don't just get access to me. You get Kathy, Edward, Tracy, Rebecca, Rachel. We have experts. Rachel McGregor, man, she generated in her just this year, in 15 months, she recruited over 150 people and generated over 20,000 leads. Hello? System doesn't work, by the way. Whatever you guys do, it doesn't work. So here's what I'll close with, and then I'll see if there's a question or something important. And by the way, guys, it's a 14-day trial for $10. You don't have to ask me a bunch of questions about, but what about this, and does it do this? It's $10. Try it. Find out for yourself. Everybody worries, well, what if I sign up? What if I lose $10? Okay. This call was worth more than $10. So you're going to break even. Okay. You want to get serious about this stuff. You need a handful of people. And every big guy in the industry, when we go to these things and I speak at these events, we're always in a party, a VIP party, right? Like last time, Kathy, we're in the VIP party.
Absolutely.
And one of them always corners me. And they go, how do you do what you do? because my list is tiny compared to theirs. You know, how do I be in the top 10 list against Magnetic Sponsoring, Better Networker, and Dagan Smith? How can I be in the top 10 affiliates with them? It's unheard of. It's because I've created these relationships with people, and I have this environment, my supermarket, that's friendly, and people can come in and wave and go, like if you know me from Facebook, you can come in and wave and go, hey, Di, and I'm not going to like sig you and try to sell you something. But when you come up to me, if I'm standing at the customer service desk and you go, hey, can you tell me where the autoresponders are? I'll go aisle 2. Let me know if you have any questions. You guys get that? They just walk up to me all day long and go, hey, how do I get that syndication thing? I heard syndication's good. Well, let me explain it to you. This is how it works. There's a trial, and you could do this. It's this much a month. Here's the link. They go, thanks, and they sign up. Ka-ching, there's another person. It's not that complicated. It's pretty magical. And this is how I do what I do. So for those people that, you know, people like sometimes they'll throw stones and go, you don't have a huge organization. I don't care. I started my business so I can make a living. And I make a good living. I don't care if I don't have the sparkliest whatever. I don't care if I have the biggest whatever. All I care is the checks show up and Mama gets a new pair of shoes. And I'll close with that. So, guys, I hope this was helpful to you. I hope that you got your eyes opened. I hope that some of you guys right now are like ecstatic, especially those of you that already own this and you see it in a whole different light. I hope that some of you really are sick to your stomach, because I want you to go, I've been wasting all this time trying to figure out something that was right in front of my nose all this time, and I want you to go to a supermarket tomorrow and walk around with wonderment and go, it's really this easy. Gang, if you get into MLSP tonight, I will be getting a hold of you and you know, reaching out to you, getting you into the group. I'm going to be away for a week, which is really good, because what it does is it's going to give you a chance to go ahead and poke around the back office. I'll have one of the other people get you into our group. And then what we'll do is we'll have a chance to get together with the new members the week I get back and go through things. You can be free by the middle of the year, the end of the year at the latest. And once you can make enough to break the bondage, you then can scale it. Don't stick up your nose and think it's not enough. A lot of people will go, why would you spend so much time promoting something that's a $6 a month residual? Well, now you know why. Because if you take enough $6, $10, $12, $15, and $20 residuals, it adds up to a boatload of money. And when you're making a boatload of money and you have confidence, then you can recruit into your base MLM, your primary program, like a pro, because you don't need the people anymore. There is no more desperation. There is no more, oh, please join me. I'm begging you. Please come to my call. Please join me. Please, please, please. All of that goes away because you know that another $500 just popped into your PayPal and there was another check in your mail today. Yep. And that's the magic. So that's it for me. If there's, I don't know if you guys saw any urgent questions. You know, you can type them right now on
Not an urgent question, Diane, but one thing that just really touched my heart. Stephanie said, Diane, I needed this information like air tonight. After last year, I'm definitely going to set up my system. Have a great time on your cruise.
Awesome.
But, yeah, that's awesome.
By the way, my message to those of you that have this already, you're part of my group or with one of my people, or even if you're just a visitor tonight that came over because you saw us all doing super hype on Facebook. Super hype, super hype, it's super hypey. It's insanity! You know, if you have this and you're not utilizing it properly, you're nuts. Yep. And I really want to shake you up and make you go back. And I would love for you, you don't have to be my client, you don't have to be my customer, but I'd love to hear that you set this up and got it going. I'd love to get a testimonial from you 3 weeks from now, the end of the month, going, I went to Diane Hochman's webinar, went back and used what I already had, and boom, I made an extra $400, $500, $600 by the end of the month. I'd love to get that testimonial, so please go do it. In fact, if you come back to me with a testimonial like that, I'll give you an hour consultation for free. That's a $500 value. I would love that testimonial. And none of that baloney bull testimonials. Don't be sending me those videos. I love Diane Hochman. No, you don't. You just want to make some money. Come on, stop. Let's get real. So that's it. I love you.
Keeping it real.
Yeah, we'll keep it. I love you until the new program that's sexier comes out. Okay, come on. Let's really keep it. Edward, what's your slogan this year? You have a new slogan. Get her done?
Yep, just frickin' get her done.
Just freaking get her done. That's it, you know. Whatever. If I help you today, somebody else helps you tomorrow, you go listen to Edward. You know, Edward just did a great webinar. You go listen to Kathy, whoever you listen to. Take the bits and pieces, put them together, wrap them with a bow, and just do it.
Yep.
Stop with the drama. It's not that hard. And that has been your weekly kick in the butt from Diane Hochman. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like another kick in the butt or a slap in the face, come back next time. I believe in you guys. I talk rough because I believe in you. I talk rough because if a dumpy little housewife who was mopping floors to make enough money to keep her dream alive could do it, you can too.
That's right.
You can too. So on that note, I am signing off, guys. I'll be on the Facebook page for a few minutes, and then I got to head out. I'm in a hotel room. I'm always in a weird hotel room, Kathy.
I know.
I do. Guys, when I can't focus, I have to leave on a cruise, and I had to do a lot of work today. So I left my home and went and locked myself in a room where there's silence and did a tremendous amount of work. But my family would like me to come home tonight, so I have to head home. But I'll be here for a couple of minutes. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys late night or in the morning. If you have questions, testimonials, love shouts, hugs and kisses, not that kind of kisses, kids, whatever, I'd love to hear from you if this was helpful. Excellent. That pleases me. Yeah. And all hate mail should be forwarded to Edward Elliott at edwardelliott.com.
Diane,
that
before you
Hochman
go,
Biatch. Yes, Catherine.
On behalf of the folks who attended the webinar tonight, because they're not back here and they can't talk,
which we like, Kathy. We like it that way.
Yeah, well, don't let them know that. But no, I just really, honestly want to thank you, because as long as I've known you and as long as I've understood the concept of a supermarket, this is the first time I have ever seen you break it down like that and make it so concrete, street level, visible. I mean, with just a handful of people, the kind of money that's out there to be made. I've never seen you do the numbers like this before, Diane. And on behalf of the people who attended the webinar, I just wanted to say thank you.
Suck up. Okay. I'm kidding. Seriously, what I did was I just revealed to everybody that I'm not the biggest recruiter and I'm not the biggest this. And everybody, like they want to inflate all this stuff in their head and make it like, they have a downline of 462 million. I just got a lot of people buying a lot of stuff and having good vibes. And that's where the money is. That's where the money is. And I never have to worry that something's going to happen. And that is the relief. That's what I love. I've watched grown men crying as their companies collapsed in my career. I've watched people freaking out, not knowing where their next check would come from. I've watched people making $40,000 a month have it drop to $2,000 over the course of, 6 months because of something that happened. I've watched it. And I just didn't want to be in that position. And P.S. and by the way, I love traditional MLM. I love the concept. I love all of this other stuff. But I'm a businesswoman and I need stability. Yep. I need stability. I can't control any individual company. I can only control my company. So, all right, you got to shut me up because I keep going. So I'm so done. You guys have a great week. I'm looking forward to new members. Go ahead and get signed up. It's DianeHochman.com/MLSP or get back with your person. You can only get into our secret group if you are with me or one of my people. There will be no others. So now, if you're a suck-up and you already have MLSP and you really want to hang out with us, we can make an arrangement probably, whatever. We'll figure it out. But that's it. Guys, I can show you things that are so simple. It's like The only problem is that once I show you, you don't think I'm so great anymore, and then it's like, whatever. I like when they think I'm amazing. So anyway, have a great night, guys. I appreciate y'all. I will sip a Coco Loco from the shores of Cozumel for you next week and hopefully send back some pictures, but there will be no bathing suit shots. There will not be, period. And anybody from my company that chooses to try to take out a camera on the beach will be shot on site. So there you go.
I'll warn Chuck.
Yeah, you warn Chuck. I'll kick him in the knee, man. He won't like it. So, all right, guys, have a great night. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. See you next time.
Good night, Diane. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.